What's going on, everybody? Shout out to you guys on this fine Tuesday evening. Hope your Tuesday has been going off without a hitch. Hope you guys had a good day today. Been pretty busy today and glad to be here doing the Bobo. I love doing the Bobo with you guys, and it really makes my evening complete. So thank you for allowing me to rock with you guys. Man, what a busy damn day it's been. I do apologize. It's probably going to be a lot of house videos. A lot of house videos this week, probably. As we attempt to get this damn thing done. I will say it's kind of... Are we even live? Am I just talking to myself because I haven't seen it pop up? There it goes. It's working correctly. I will say it's kind of crazy how, like, when you get closer to being complete, you always realize there's just so much other stuff that needs to get addressed. But it is what it is. Nothing too major that we're running across right now. We do got some things that, we're constantly running across. But we're getting them handled. And I got to say, it's probably going to start sounding like a broken record, but a major shout out to Shannon's brother, Richard. He worked at the house Friday, Saturday, Monday, today, and he'll be back again tomorrow. So, without his help, I don't think that this thing is going to get wrapped up. I don't think it would get wrapped up this week. We're still kind of pushing it. I mean, we are. Tomorrow's Wednesday, and I'm like, holy shit. I figured we might be just a little bit further, but we're getting it knocked out. I titled this Bubba, What Would You Do? I got to pose a question to you guys. I got some shit on my mind, and I just don't know what to do, man. I don't know what to do. But we'll get to that. There's a lot of other things to talk about. Let's start with, I've got a list of things to address here. I want to start with something that I saw. Well, I didn't even really get a chance to see this. I was painting when Rabbit told me today, hey, Joe, someone hacked After Prison Show. Now, back in the day, I would have really lost my shit when I heard something like that. But for whatever reason, I was kind of, panicking, but I wasn't too bad with it. But I was like, what the hell are you talking about? Somebody had sent Rabbit a message saying that somebody had hacked the website. And I was like, what are you talking about? He said when they go to afterprisonshow.com, it goes somewhere else. I said, oh yeah. Yeah, that old thing right there. Kind of a crazy story. Old RDAP Dan with his... He's got a YouTube channel. Me and RDAP Dan did a video a long time ago. We talked a little bit. And I don't know. RDAP Dan was more business-minded about, trying to do his prison consulting thing, which I'm pretty sure he still does that. I haven't, seen or heard anything from this guy. But back during the day when, After Prison Show was really booming, RDAP Dan came around. Maybe he was around before us. I don't honestly know. But I know he snatched up the website, the domain name, afterprisonshow.com. He snatched up After Prison Show on Twitter. If it wasn't him, it would have been somebody else who did it. And we could never come to any kind of a resolution to get that joint back. Like he always wanted something. And I wasn't willing to give you nothing. Because when it comes to hostage negotiations, there is no negotiation. There's no negotiation. And he just, he kind of held that over our head. And we don't use afterprisonshow.com anymore. And anybody who types in afterprisonshow.com and you see RDAP Dan's YouTube channel that pops up, you just gotta automatically assume this dude is a dick-eating motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, who does that? That's not you. You're not After Prison Show, the After Prison Show, Mr. After Prison Show. You are a federal prison consultant. Charging a hefty penny at that too. Preying on the misfortune of others who are probably, in all certainty, going to prison. And he was doing pretty good with that. One of the business, models that he came up with was like, hey, Joe, if you can help me advertise prison consulting services, there'll be some kickback for you. And we did a video together, shared, RDAP's story a little bit. I just wasn't interested. You know what I mean? Like, oh, okay. But neither here nor there. That's the whole story on that situation. And what are you going to do? You know what I mean? Now, it's funny because I wanted to address that because I did see later on after Rabbit told me about, us getting hacked. I saw it on Facebook. Becky Gurley posted something from Reddit. I was looking for it on Reddit. I couldn't find that post saying, what's up with this After Prison Show website thing. But I saw a lot of people commenting on it. Cody was, addressing it on the Facebook page, so I appreciate him for doing that as well. But Rabbit and me were talking about this while working today, and he was like, well, who the hell is that guy? I was like, he's nobody. He's a fucking nobody is who he is. I said, but he's a prison consultant. He prepares people to go to federal prison. And Rabbit said, oh, well, shit, that makes sense because if you're in the feds, you got money. And Rabbit's up in here right now. And, I didn't say it because I didn't really, want to get into a full conversation about it. But, it made me realize that is a big-ass misconception. Just because you got a federal charge don't mean all the time. Now, in a lot of cases, it probably does. But it doesn't mean in every single case does a person got money. And I was reminded while painting trim today of being back in the jail waiting to go to prison, sitting in this raggedy-ass jail for 2 years, and it was a jail that housed federal prisoners along with state prisoners. I had many different cellmates during that time, and one of them was a federal prisoner who was coming back from Butler, down in North Carolina, to snitch on somebody. And, they just talk about it freely. The guy comes into my cell. Hey, I'm Joe. Hey, I'm High Point. I can't remember his name. I want to say like his nickname was some kind of a gun. And a High Point, I don't know shit about guns, but I've been told they jam up. When you holding court in the street, you don't want a High Point. So we'll just refer to this guy as High Point. But anyways, relatively solid dude aside from the fact that he was about to go smoke somebody's boots up in the courtroom. I like the guy. And, when you're locked up, you really, really can't be, beggars can't be choosy. I've had worse cellmates than this guy. I had another federal prisoner who was trying to snitch on me. And, forget it. High Point, he was snitching on, them other Glocks and them AKs, little pistol starters and Tekashis and shit like that. He had been locked up for, I think, like 5 to 10 years, somewhere in that wheelhouse, coming back from federal prison to go to court to testify. And I know that sounds, I know that sounds bad, but yeah, and there is a High Point, North Carolina. You're right, Andre. I know that sounds bad, but in the feds, when you take a plea deal, like there is a majority of their plea deals, and I don't know this this is just what I've heard. Most of their plea deals are cooperation deals. You're going to admit to something, whether you're going to admit that you did it or you're going to bring down the rest of the pyramid scheme. But anyways, so this dude High Point, he was my cellie. I'm a state prisoner. He's a federal prisoner. Now I'm a little worried about this dude because, and like I introduced myself. Hey, I'm Jay Money. I'm Jay Smooth. You got an extra do-rag I could borrow? And he told me, hey, I'm High Point or whatever the fuck his name was. And I said, where you coming from? You don't look like you're coming in off the streets. He was like, nah, I was down in Butler. I'm just back here for court. And that's all you got to say. Understood. Roger Dodger, I got you. And you said you've been locked up for how long? 5 years? What, you got an appeal in? What, you got some sort of a sentence modification? Yeah, if that's what you want to call it. But I share that with you guys because not everybody in the that part of the story didn't really have shit to do with the myth. Not everybody in the Fed, like just because you got federal charges, and don't get me wrong, dudes who got federal charges walk around with their chest poked out just a little bit more. Oh, you got the government after you. Oh, you had to be doing something major. And they could tell you anything. Oh yeah, I got federal charges. I was on that TV show Narcos. I've actually started watching that. I really can't get jiggy with that shit. I ain't got time to read fucking captions, for 6 seasons. I ain't got time for it. If I wanted to read, I'd pick up the book. I don't understand that shit they talking about. And they be going so fast with it. But anyways, not everybody in the Fed's got money. The short of it is that. You know, you'll see dudes like from D.C., for example. You know, in the federal system, you got a lot of dudes from D.C. because D.C.'s not a state. I don't even know what you call it, a territory or something. But everything in D.C. is a federal charge, a federal offense. So if you get a driving on suspended that sends your ass to prison, that's a goddamn Fed charge. But once you get locked up and you got that green dot on your paperwork or whatever they put to, signify that you've got federal charges in Chesapeake, it's a green dot. You could tell them motherfuckers anything. Oh yeah, they knocked me off of 50 bricks. 50 bricks. So there's that. Rabbit says, I'm just here to talk shit to Joe. He told me that this afternoon. He told me that. We did some filming today, and by the end of the day, I realized that I was filthy. I mean, you can't. I changed. I wish I didn't change. Steve, run the camera one time for the one time. You can't really tell. I just got, my wrist is a little dirty. But I was filthy. And the reason for that was because we were up in the attic doing insulation today. Folks, I don't know if anybody's ever told you or not that insulation is fun. It's something that they would love to do. Like, I can't even imagine anybody doing this for a living. If you do insulation work for a living, you are a damn soldier. But if anybody's ever told you it's fun, it's not. It's not. I was so dirty. So dirty. And Rabbit was clean, and I was like, man, what in the fuck? Did I do something wrong? I almost made Rabbit look. I was so mad about this. By the end of the day, I was disgusting. And Rabbit looked like he just jumped out the shower. I was so mad. I almost told him to go hit the slip and slide in the front yard. Not going to be the only one around here looking like I just fucking got me some car parts. It's a district of the United States. Thank you, Kimberly. Yeah, R. Thomas, it's truly miserable. It is. So, we had an attic party today, as a matter of fact. Kiosk. Sorry if I mispronounced that. We did have a little bit of an attic party. It was me, Rabbit, and Richard up in the attic today, and my God, it was a party. So, I went and got the blown insulation, right? Now, hear me out. It wouldn't be me if, we didn't try to half-ass this a little bit. So they say if you get 20 packs of blown insulation, which is $13 a pack, it's supposed to do 40 square feet. If you buy 20 or more, you get the blower for free for 24 hours. But that's at Home Depot. Home Depot is nowhere near where the Flip House is at. We've got a Lowe's. Lowe's doesn't have a rental section. If they did, they would be amazing. But they had the same insulation at Lowe's. So I was like, well, shit, if a pack does 40 square feet, then 10 packs got to do the whole damn house. The house ain't but 760 square feet. So I got 10 packs. Thinking that, 400 square feet, that's got to be damn near, almost more than halfway, 60% at least. But I didn't get the blower. You know what I mean? So what it looks like freaking like big ass bales. Big bales. And you got to go up there and you got to like break them down. And they break down very easy, but you're sitting there scratching and rolling and, fucking with this shit forever. I did like 3 bales, Rabbit did 1, and Richard did 6. And that shit only got us a third of the way through the house. I still need 20 more bales. Maya says, I bet you wish you got the blower. I don't regret it because I think to myself, well, probably setting that thing up, going and getting it, taking it back. Fuck all that shit. And it's really not that bad. The worst part is, and today wasn't even a hot day. The worst part's when you're in the attic and you got your dust mask on and you're sweating and all that sweat's going down into your dust mask and then you can't breathe. It's like getting fucking waterboarded up in the attic. Hey, Lloyd, special shout out to you, brother. Thank you very much for the gift subbing right there. Yeah, so the insulation, it definitely sucked. So, Before we go any further, let me go ahead and address the title of this Bobo. What would you do? Folks, I'm in a bit of a pickle, and I need some advice. I need solid advice. Don't tell me to go take back another tankless water. I mean, because if you tell me to do it, I'm probably going to do it, unless it's advice for how to work on the house. But if you tell me to like jump off a bridge for the views, I might consider it. But in all seriousness, folks, I am in a bit of a pickle. And I'm about to explain this to you right now. If you saw today's video, and if you did, thank you for checking that video out. We titled that the most productive day that we've had over at the house thus far. That ain't no lie, folks. Yesterday was the most productive day that we've had, and we had 5 people over there working on the house. Me, Rabbit, Shannon's brother. No, 6 people. And then 3 guys from my contractor. Yeah, for sure. You already know where I'm going. You already know where I'm going. We had 6 guys at the house yesterday. Me and Rabbit. Rabbit, did a fair amount of work. Busted his ass cleaning windows. You guys saw that on today's video. Shannon's brother, I mean, this guy's like a freaking a Marvel superhero. This dude just goes. He ain't got no off button. And I like that. He don't complain. He works. I pay him well for that work, and he works. And then we had 3 guys from my contractor. Now, when I tell you guys that Shannon's brother got more shit done than them 3 guys, I'm not telling you no lie. Legitimately, he did. And didn't bitch about nothing. So today we go over to the house, and today's supposed to be the last day that I've got Richard. And what did we get done today? Richard got the dishwasher mounted and installed. We ran the dishwasher. Of course, that shit was leaking. Got that fixed. Richard did that. Richard got the bathroom grouted. Did that in like 20 minutes, and that shit looks amazing. Fixed all the doors in the house that needed to be fixed because they were all catching or rubbing on something. He did a shitload of stuff. For me to sit here and list everything, it was just a lot of stuff that he got done. And he gets a lot of shit done every day, right? God, he gets a lot of shit done. Well, here's the pickle that I'm in. I owe my contractor $1,250. That's all the money that I owe him. And I'm sure that money is going to go toward his labor, right? And I gave him a punch-out list of shit that I wanted him to get done. That punch-out list included hanging the microwave, which Richard did, grouting the bathroom, which Richard did. The only thing left on the punch-out list for my contract, and finish the fucking kitchen, which we're going to get to that. The only thing left on my contractor's punch-out list is to pressure wash the whole house. You know what I mean? Like the deck, the ramp and all that shit, the roof, which I found out today I got to go make a roof repair because there's some shoddy metal work up on the top. So we're going to have to correct that. Long story short, what would you do? I owe my contractor this last $1,250. Now, in the last week alone, a lot of shit's come up missing in the house. Materials that I paid for, they've come up missing. For example, today we go over there. And I keep mentioning paint, like, oh, paint came up missing. Folks, they fucking took the paint that we were painting the walls with out of the house. They took it. And I'm not trying to sit here and put blame on somebody when I don't necessarily know that they did it, but they was the only other people there. Why would you take that paint? This is the second time paint's come up missing. First, it was a gallon of white paint, you cheap motherfuckers. Now it's the paint that we need to finish the house. I had to come back to my house, get more paint because it's the same paint that we used at my house. I grabbed the wrong fucking paint and put white paint on the wall. I was so mad. Had you not stolen the paint, I wouldn't have had to do that. Had a pair of Ray-Bans, fucking stolen. Had 2 bags of self-leveling concrete. That shit's like $30 a bag. It was there yesterday, gone today. I owe my contractor $1,250. And Richard has done. And here's the thing is when we made, the final agreement, box truck title, all that shit, you were supposed to do this job turn fucking turnkey. Turnkey. Right? Now, what I'm doing is I'm trying to send myself this email. I got to show y'all some pictures. You guys have seen the kitchen. And when you look at the kitchen, it's like, yeah, man, the kitchen looks good. It does look good. However, when you take a closer look, you're going to see some shit. So I'm going to show you some shit that's going to blow your fucking minds. If John Scully is up in here, John, you might want to turn the Bobo off right now. Right now. Come on, man. Show me the rest of the day. All right, there it is. Motherfucker load, bitch. All right, cool deal. So, I'm going to show you my, what I'm taking to Judge Judy. All right? I'm going to show you what I'm taking to Judge Judy. Now, obviously, a friendship is going out the fucking window at this point, and that's sad. You don't ever do business with friends, yada, yada. I should have learned. So y'all be like, yo, the kitchen's looking good, right? Well, look, we had to do these end caps on the kitchen. And what the end caps are is like the material, like the nice marble look. Well, you got to have that on the end of the cap or the end of the countertops, right? Got to have that. Well, wait till y'all see what these end caps look like. Steve, go ahead, pull that up for me real quick. All right, folks, let's go ahead and zoom in. This is one end cap right here. This is fucking horrendous. Horrendous. I mean, what the fuck this is the end of the kitchen. So, like, when a potential home buyer comes in, like, this is what they gonna see. This is what they gonna see. I see this. So you got to use a heat gun to get this to adhere. And they burnt it right here, right? It's all fucked up. I mean, all fucked up. I'm thinking to myself, like, we might have to take the fucking countertop off and go buy new countertop, right? So that's that. And I don't think I'm making a big deal out of nothing, because trust me, that's fucked up. Our bar top, who's ready to get wild? Who's ready to get wild? Say, I am. Our bar top, straight fucking coming apart. Like, what the fuck is this? Straight coming apart. They didn't even do this part. Shit's just falling off. You know what I mean? I might have to replace the whole bar top. And not because of this, but what I'm getting ready to show you. All right? When you cut this, and I learned this from a YouTube video, but when you cut this type of material, this laminate, whatever the fuck it is, you got to tape it off, right? Tape it off. Well, let me show you what happens when you fuck that up. If you don't tape it off correctly, you end up with this right here, folks. This is the bar top, and look at this. All sorts of fucked up. So I was showing these guys this yesterday, my contractors guys, and I was like, yo, what the fuck is this? Oh, man, just put some caulk in that. Some caulk's going to fix that? Because I think, for example, I think to myself, you know, I'm an artist, kind of. And as an artist, from an artist's mind, I think if I put caulk in that, all we're doing is fucking highlighting that shit. We's highlighting your motherfucking mistake. You know what I mean? Look at how fucked up this is. And like I say, I might have to take this bar top off and get this redone. Now, when we go back to this picture right here, how fucked up this is, we're tearing this off tomorrow. This whole end cap piece, we're going to tear that off tomorrow. And I'm going to get Richard to fucking sand this shit down. And then we're going to put another end cap on here. Because this is not going to fly. Not going to fly. What other pictures did I put up here? I know I got one more. And then I got another picture of the inside bar where that piece was falling off. Show you one more. One time for the one time. I'm trying to get this house wrapped up this week. I paid you to do this job turnkey, and is this turnkey? Here's the inside of the bar right here. Now, mind you, I'm zoomed in on this, so this makes it look that much worse. But it's that bad. You know what I mean? It's that bad. And this thing's already fucking falling off. And I just don't know what to do, right? Like, I don't know what to do. Because by the time it's all said and done, oh yeah, he's licensed. Yeah, Billy Bob, he's licensed. By the time it's all said and done, right? And I go to sell the house, and like we go to the inspection, and the inspector's gonna find shit. There's no doubt in my mind. I'm on the right camera, Steve. You got to point him out now. There's no doubt in my mind that the inspector's gonna find shit. So I probably ain't going to be able to use this guy. And like, I hate to say this, like it's not my contract. It's his guys. All right, he's had one guy in there doing most of the work. And that guy's the guy that cut those countertops. And then there's another guy, like there's two other guys who show up, and I like one of the guys. I try to like both of the guys. One of them is super fucking annoying and bitches all the time. The guy that bitches all the time is the guy that did the end caps there. So the situation that I'm in right now is, you know, I got to have this conversation with my contractor and just be like, hey, look, I know I owe you $1,250, but I'm not paying you. Yeah, I'm not paying you. Becky says make a video. Didn't he want a commercial? Highlight this in the commercial. And I don't want to like, God, man. He's got a business. It's not him per se. It's the guys he's got working for. The
so-called friend has messed up is bad all around. The counters, the trim around the outlets. Those are the things buyers will not pick.
You're right. And then I just read a comment that I wanted to read. It says, Rander Jane, shout out to you. They should be ashamed of themselves. They're not ashamed. They don't give a fuck. But there was Mark says, Joe, stop letting these lowlifes take advantage of you. So that was not the comment, but that's a comment that I want to address too. And fucking smash him. Rabbit said the same thing today. Somebody said something about like, he don't respect you. I thought I saw that. And that's exactly what it is. You done stole shit up, you done stole shit. I paid for the materials, so you got no right to take that shit. Them $30 bags of self-leveling and I don't care how petty that shit sounds. Like, what other job would you do this on? Because this dude's doing a shit of work, a lot of work. You're not going to do this on anybody else's property, anybody else's job site. If they're paying for materials, those are their materials. You're not going to take them same fucking materials and go use them on another job. I'll keep it. I'll return them. It just, you know, I went into this whole situation with this new contractor, a friend of mine, knowing from the beginning, like this was just a bad idea. Like maybe I talked it up. And I tried to be as understanding as I possibly could, and I tried to nitpick as much as I possibly could too. And it still didn't get the work done any better. And, man, fuck that, man. Yeah, Becky, them damn glasses. It's funny too, right? Because Friday afternoon, I left the glasses at the house. So Friday afternoon, when I left, and I forgot about them, but I saw them and I meant to pick them up and I knew where they were. I saw them, and it was only me and Rabbit and the main guy from my contractor. Now, I know my contractor went by there Friday too, right? And I know Rabbit didn't take the goddamn glasses. And, you know, it's funny because as soon as I showed up on Monday morning, they were there. And I went right there looking for them glasses, and I could swear that dude was looking at me looking for them glasses. So long story short, I got to, I got to have this knockdown, drag-out war is what this is going to turn into. And I'm not trying to be no fucking dictator or no, badass about it. This is fucking business, and this is shit work. You cannot, and like I think to myself, am I the only one you're doing this to? Are you taking on type of work that you don't know how to do? Or are you taking on work that maybe you know how to do, but maybe your workers don't know how to do? I think to myself, if I cut them goddamn countertops, I'd have done a better job. And I ain't never cut not near fucking countertop before. Woolboy says, or Wolby says, take your key and tell him kick rocks, yeah? Uh-oh, what we got going on up in here? Sick boy, what am I missing? Villanova hoop guy. I bet you can't even ball for real. I bet you like them balls, though. I missed you. Damn, I missed you. So anyways, I just want to share that with you guys. And it is what it is. No matter what, and forgive me, like I'm not trying to sit here and bitch about all of this. I am legitimately like sharing this with you guys to like really get your opinion about the situation. And I know I got to do what I got to do. I don't want to do it. Nobody looks forward to having these type of phone calls. I'm going to have this phone call tomorrow morning. I ain't looking forward to that. You know what's funny about this too? Is like my contractor knows all about Richard. And I mean, he wants this dude bad. Yo, give me his contact information. Why do you want my West Coast connection? Just because. So I told Richard today, I was like, look, man, I mean, I definitely ain't got the type of work to keep you going. And he's got his own business anyways, like he does little handyman jobs on the side. Dude is worth every bit of what he charges. But I told him, I said, first of all, don't take my experience with my contractor as a reason to not do work with this guy. But don't get in bed with this business that he has, because I kind of feel like he wants this guy so bad. One, because he's super talented. And two, so on my next flip, I can't use Richard. I've got to go through him to get to him, which will never happen. It'll never happen. So there's that. What's going on? Call him up. The text says, who are we going to call? Ghostbusters? I'm missing everything. Villanova hoop guy. Where you at? Where are you at? So anyways, enough about all of that. We're going to get it all resolved and make it do what it do. I'll be glad to get this week over with. I said this yesterday on the Bobo. I will be so glad to get this over with and, be able to get back to doing something. I don't even know what that's going to be. But one thing about it, we're definitely going to be doing some good content. I want to do the Joe Rosses. I actually just sold my first caricature in a long time. Sold my first caricature. Folks, if you would like me to draw you a caricature, please visit the official After Prison Show website, not RDAP Dan's hostage-held version of our domain name, but APS Official. And allow me to draw a caricature for you. I don't want to beg for donations, but Richard is expensive. And what if I do? Like, let me ask you this. I'm going to have this conversation with my contractor, and I'm going to be like, I don't think that I should have to pay you this last $1,000. He's going to be like, nah, fuck that. I need that. We got a deal. And if he somehow talks me in, he ain't going to talk me into it in no kind of raw way. But if he, is like, nah, man, we had a deal. And he makes me feel bad, and I do pay him. Because I'm not saying that I'm not going to. I know for a fact I shouldn't have to. But I also am a person of principle. And if I make a deal with you, a contract, I'm always going to uphold my end of the bargain. And if you do make me pay that last $1,000, hell hath no fury. Like that commercial that will be coming. Jack Frost says he needs to finish his end of the deal, though. But my thing is this: what can he honestly finish? Because Richard's going to finish everything at this point. And I don't even know that I want them to finish this because, you know what's funny is, like, for example, yesterday while we're over there, you don't see this on video. I read a comment today that said, and it might have been sarcastic, it says, I imagine the quality of work that takes place off camera. Now, I hope they were being sincere about that. But, I'm listening to these dudes bitch, my contractors guys. And, I mean, the one guy who's doing the countertops, the end caps that I showed you the pictures of, he's like, man, fuck. God, I hate this. Oh, I hate this. Hey, you come and do this, talking about the other guy. And the other guy was like, I'm not doing it. I don't even want to be here. And I'm like, yo, I'm standing right here. I'm the motherfucking, obviously nothing. You know what I mean? Obviously nothing. You guys have zero fucking respect for me. These dudes working up in my house, my contractor as well. You don't give a fuck about the quality of the work. You care about the payday. And really, and there is no payday in this because this money doesn't even touch my contractor's pocket. He has to supposedly use this money just to pay his labor. All you want to do is just be done with this. And you know the line that I keep getting hit with is, well, we walked into a mess. Well, you did. But you took on that responsibility, and everything that's happened since that mess, y'all have made more of a mess of. You guys have made more of a mess of. For example, the walls. Some of those are crooked. Can't put backsplash on the bar top because the walls are kind of bowed out right there. Y'all did that. I was filming a goddamn piece of a commercial for you while your guy was doing that. Anyways, Mel the Fam says, tell Richard to send your contractor a bill. Yeah. Enough about all of that. Folks, I wanted to look for some interesting things to share with you guys. I was looking at the After Prison Show Reddit. That shit is a shit show. Just more people talking trash about, I don't know why he's trying to rush the house now. Ain't nobody buying houses right now. I'll respect that opinion. I was looking at some prison news. Also, there ain't shit going on except for this COVID stuff. When will all of this end? God, I hope it ends soon. Also, I need some recommendations on something to watch on TV. Me and my wife started watching. Oh, I'll tell you, we watched the movie. We watched the Bad Boys movie, the new Bad Boys movie. That shit is pretty damn funny. Now, I'm not going to lie. I started off this movie. I don't really like watching a whole hell of a lot of, I don't know. I've seen a lot of movies, but sometimes, like, I don't know. I just wasn't feeling this for some reason. Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, they are old as fuck. I mean, I'm old. I look old, but they old as fuck for real. And I'm like, there's no way these old motherfuckers are about to be funny. But I'll be damned. I love Martin Lawrence, too. I grew up watching Martin. I love that shit. That movie is great. If you haven't seen the new Bad Boys movie, I highly recommend that. Pretty fucking funny. But yeah, I need some recommendations on something to watch. They've got that The Hunt movie, I think. Maybe we'll check that out. Watch Vikings: The Last Kingdom. Yeah. I've heard a lot about Vikings: The Last Kingdom. Is that something different? Uncut Gems was a fucking horrendous movie. I cannot believe you said that, Maya. I fucking hated that movie. Some people talk about me bitching all the time on the Bobo. That's all I felt like Adam Sandler did in that entire movie. That movie gave me anxiety. I mean, he must have done a great job on that role, though. That movie was crazy. That new Mark Wahlberg movie? Oh, yeah. Dexter. Everybody talks about Dexter. See, Dexter is before cell phones, and I don't know how I can watch that. But I might check it out. All right. What else we got going on? Not a whole hell of a lot. I think we showed you guys the shelves in the bathroom today. Those came out somewhat all right. All right. Well, I was looking at some mug shots today. I was trying to find out. I was trying to find some new mug shots to draw, but I don't even know why. I haven't even had time to do the damn Joe Ross video. I really looking forward to when I can get back and do that.
Been talking to you on Facebook about sending you class of books. We'll get to it. Also told you I can send you legit help.
Oh, Ben. Special shout out to you, brother. Absolutely, man. I would greatly appreciate it. Because I don't know where the hell it all went wrong at, man. But whatever. It's going to get right. So what the hell else is going on, folks? Forgive me. You know what's funny too is I sat here and tried to get my damn notes for the Bobo. And I guess I just didn't have enough. All right. I'll tell you this. I don't know if I told you this yesterday or not. Yesterday, I got a chance to see little Ronnie. Did I tell you? I did. Damn it, man. I'm all out of shit, man. I need some stories. You know what? I know what we're going to do. Oh, Google Earth. Let's tell some prison stories on the Bobo. Oh, Google Earth. I need this address. Bear with me, folks. We're about to come right back from this commercial break. All right. This is about to be good. There should be right there. Damn. You know, it's funny because sometimes I don't remember the address to the prisons I've been at. Launch. And I damn sure didn't remember this address right here. Folks, let's go ahead and take a trip. Where are we at right here? All right. Caroline County. Let's go to this place instead. Bing. Let me take you to the first level 2 that Joe ever went to. Now, I left from Halifax. Where the fuck is the prison? It's over there. I left from Halifax at level 1 to go to my first level 2. And all of these level 2s look the exact same, right? They all look the exact same. And, this looks just like Indian Creek. It looks just like Coffeewood. Here in the state of Virginia, all of these level 2s, for whatever reason, they look the exact same. Now, what's interesting about this prison, which it was interesting to me, it's probably not interesting to everybody, is the fact that this is big Haynesville, right? Damn, that's the visitation room right there. This is big Haynesville, and then little baby Haynesville, the level 1 is right here. Right over here. You can see some vans. They go out on the road cruise. I don't know what they be doing over here. And then they got a rec yard that's like right here. They got a small ass rec yard over here. Oh, wait. It's right here. But it's like, yeah. All right. It's right here. Damn, look at their baseball field. You can tell a lot about a prison by the way that their baseball field looks. There's their baseball field. And, they got 2. They should have one there, and there's one there too. Bing! All right. So what was crazy about this prison, guard tower right here, is when you were out on the rec yard, you could see these dudes out on their rec yard as well too, right? So you'd be out there like, hey, yo, you a bitch. You at a level 1. You ain't no convict. Can't be a convict at a level 1 unless you've done 20 plus years and you've worked your way back down. But Haynesville was a crazy prison for me to go to. Again, it was my first level 2 ever. And when I was leaving from Halifax to go here, I will not lie to you guys, I was a little intimidated. I ain't never been to a level 2. Had no idea what this was going to be like. Now, I had to imagine, right, that this wasn't going to be so bad. You know what I mean? Okay, it's a level 2. In the state of Virginia, you've got up to level 5. So this shit can't be too bad. And for all I had ever heard was that level 2s were sweet as a bitch. Now, don't get me wrong. This place was sweet. I came from Halifax that had 14 channels on the TV. Here, they had like 80 channels on cable. So you could be laying at your bunk area watching anything that you want. They had Bravo channel, FX, everything. Kind of a sweet place to be at if you could get over the stigma and the prison urban legend that had it. I don't know exactly where it was, but somebody told me when I was here, hey, yo, did you know that out front of this prison, and like this don't even make any sense, me getting ready to share this with you. They said that like out front of the prison was like some sort of a sign that said like, I don't know, 60 or 75% of the prisoners here were bad type of charges offenders. So when you hear that type of shit, you're like, damn, man. Here I am yelling through the barbed wire at these dudes over at a level 1, telling them they soft as fuck for being at a level 1, when I'm probably at a damn prison that's got a sign in front of it that says 3/4 of the population are dudes that should be getting the smackdown laid all over them. Maya, the Spice Channel. We actually had that in jail. I hate to say this, but you're fucking old. If you remember the Spice Channel, you're fucking old. You're my age, and we're old. But yeah, we had it at the jail. It was like channel 97 or some shit like that. And every night, if we could keep the TV on, if we could trick the guards into keeping the TV on, we'd put that joint on channel 97, turn it down real low. And you want to talk about the love below for real? And you're locked in the cell. There's probably like, 15, 16 prisoners in the old side of the jail, Chesapeake City Jail, down in the 87 edition. And Rabbit knows what I'm talking about if he's still up in here. And, you don't even say nothing to your cellie. You don't say a word. You just tie that sheet up from the bars to the bunk. And, one guy in one stall and the other guy in the other. And all you hear is a lot of shh. Hey, yo, what'd she say? What'd she say? I mean, shit. That was the life. Sometimes I miss that shit. What the fuck do I miss? You know what I mean? Yeah, straight up Fap City. But anyways, getting back here, yeah, there was a myth that there was this sign that said, 75%, 60% of the prisoners here were, bad type of charges offenders. So what was fucked up is when you get here and you hear that, I can't remember who told me how long I had been there, but then you start questioning everybody that you talk to. Because you got to think about it like this. 75% is 3/4. That means that 1 in 4 people that you talk to, or maybe it's more than that, maybe it's every 3 out of 4 people that you talk to, probably got a charge that would make you want to punch them in their shit. And I saw, while I was at this prison, I saw the most crazy, I experienced the most crazy shit in my life at this place. Now, I cannot remember how long I was here. I got to do the math. When I got to prison, I still had 5 years left to serve. I stayed in the receiving unit for probably a grand total of 2 months. I stayed at Halifax for 10 months. That's a year right there. And then when I got to Indian Creek, I still had 28 months left. So that's a little more than 2 years. So I probably stayed at this place for 15 months, a year and a half. And while I was here, I fucking loved it here. I mean, forget the fact that you're locked up around a bunch of, messed up people. But 80 channels on TV, they had like the highest population of Hispanic prisoners anywhere that I had ever been. I learned how to play soccer at this prison. Like there was 75% Hispanic prisoners here. And these motherfuckers did not play. I mean, they played soccer, but anything else, that disrespect, hey, Guerrero. No, you can't joke like that. We don't play the games. We play the soccer, but we don't play. We play the the football, but we don't play the games. The laughing, the funny ha-has. Nah, I stabbed the fuck out of you. I had a bunkie. He was a big time, member of that one of them organizations, and you had everything there. MS-13, Mexican Mafia. I mean, any Spanish gang, you had it there. 30 motherfuckers in a housing unit, nicknamed Sleepy. Yeah, man. And they were some cool dudes. Like, I rocked with these dudes. I learned how to play soccer. And look, this is crazy. These are the soccer fields right here. So here's Cracker Beach. Here's the softball. And this is the soccer field. One right here. And one right here. And I played soccer on both these fields. Behind every building, you've got a little baby rec yard. A bunch of universal weight machines back here. I don't know where theirs are at. And then you got a little weight pit over here with some universal machines here. Same thing. I mean, it's pretty much the same on each side of the yard. You got your 1, 2, 3 side, your 4, 5, 6 side. I learned how to play soccer here. I started out as a goalie, and then I started playing defense. And then I worked my way up to being like a forward, a striker. And that was nice. So, while I was here, I got transferred from Halifax. Now, why I got transferred was because I got caught with some ibuprofens. They gave me a dope charge for that. I didn't think shit of that when I got here. I didn't think shit of that until one day. I'd only been here for a week. One day they called my name over the intercom. Guerrero. I think is how they said it. Geraldo. Come to the gym. And the gym is over here. So you got a gym, which is like right here. You've got your visitation room, which is like on the back side of this money right here. And then you've also got your school right here. But in the middle, there's a hallway, right? There's a hallway. And then back here is like some picnic areas where your loved ones and you could sit on a visit on a nice day. I never had a visit. Did I have a visit? No, I never had a visit at Haynesville. Not a fucking visit. During this, you can see the picnic tables? During this time, I did about a year and a half here, and I was bidding solo, surviving off of tattooing and shit like that. But anyways, they called my name one day to go to the gym, and I can't remember where they said to come to, but it wasn't the gym. It was the hallway right next to the gym. And I had no idea why they were calling my name. No freaking idea. And, I'm thinking, man, I got to visit. But it's like a Monday morning, right? Ain't no visit jumping on no Monday morning.
Joe, you should put it on 3D mode.
Is it on 3D mode? I got it on 3D right there. Is there a different way to do 3D mode? Something else I can do? I'm feeling lucky. What? Map style? Measure distance and area? Damn. Yeah, because 2D looks like a sheet of paper. Bing! Gosh! Yeah, that don't look no good. 3D. That's the best I got right there. That guard tower looks like it's about to fall over. They called my name to go over to this building, and I didn't know why, and I would soon learn why. When I made the walk over there, I was standing in line. They said, stand in the line. I said, okay, and I'm standing in line with a bunch of other, scum of the earth motherfuckers, right? And everybody's talking shit. And I pick up from the conversation why we're here, and you're right, Becky, we're there for the piss test, right? Now, I don't know if I've ever shared with you guys or not, but, I don't do well when I feel like I'm being watched. So anytime I'm in jail or prison, it always takes me a little bit to get comfortable. Sometimes I got to, drop my pants to my fucking ankles. Boxers and all. Lift my shirt up to my chin. You know what I mean? I don't do well. So, when we get here and we're standing in this line, I see who is administering these piss tests, and it's these, these steroid junkie, cocky motherfuckers. And they're like gang unit people or whatever. Anyways, they were the investigators at the prison, right? And what they would do is you would have to go through this little, swinging saloon door into this bathroom with like 3 or 4 urinals right there in the toilet. And they wanted everybody to be right there. And they would just talk shit to you the entire time they were standing behind you. Folks, it took me so long to take this first drug test. And I am not going to lie. I'm trying to make small talk with these dudes. They wasn't trying to hear that shit. I almost started crying. I was like, yo, I don't even know why I'm here. What are you doing? Like, why? I don't do anything. So, long story short, I took the test and I was fucking traumatized. I would learn, though, that I was on the hot list. And that trauma had to go. Every week, sometimes twice a week, they were calling my name. And this lasted for a year. A year while I was here, this lasted. It fucked me up. It fucked my whole head up. These dudes just sitting behind you talking shit the whole time. So wouldn't you know, like after a year, I finally got off the hot list, right? Finally got off the hot list. I was so fucking happy. Sometimes they would call you like just a different, to the library. Man, they would trick you so, it was so fucked up how they did this. After a year of pissing like once or twice a week, I finally got off the hot list. And, Blippy says, how come I was on the hot list? I was on the hot list because at the level 1, I got caught with the ibuprofens. They didn't belong to me. They were prescribed to another prisoner. I bought them off of him for migraines. Got caught with them. It ended up being a drug charge. Possession of medication that didn't belong to me. So they considered that, a drug charge. I get off the hot list. I'm doing tattoos. I got people telling on me. I'm getting caught every other fucking day. Like, it is what it is. Well, this unit manager one time, I'm in building 6. This woman fucking hated me. Oh, and over here, you might wonder what this is. Folks, this is the hole. Right here, this is the hole. You got 2 wings to the hole. And then over here, you got the dog kennel. This is where you go to rec at, right? I left from the hole at this prison. And over here is the chow hall and the factory, whatever the prisoners were doing at this factory. I don't remember what they did at this place. This unit manager tries to shake me down for tattooing. Now, she don't catch me with no tattooing shit. This was verbatim, the same shit that happened to me at Halifax. Except at Halifax, they did catch me with the tattooing shit, but I was trying to fight that. So anyways, they didn't catch me with no tattooing stuff. They caught me with like a boatload of pornography. They caught me with poker chips. And then, wouldn't you fucking know it, this bitch caught me with like 2 ibuprofen pills. I had worked so hard to get off of the hot list. And I had probably only been off of the hot list for like a month, maybe 2 months. And wouldn't you know, Joe was right back. Right back on the fucking hot list. And this time the hot list would carry me from this prison to Indian Creek as well. So, crazy. A million stories that I could tell from this place. I worked in the kitchen while I was here. I had me one of the greatest jobs that I ever had in prison. I was the produce man. I had my own cooler. And, you know, when you work in the kitchen and you get you a good job in the kitchen, I'm not talking about dishwasher or working on the line, putting food on the trays. When you're a cook, when you work in a certain cooler, there's a produce cooler, there's a freezer, there's a bakery. When you work in one of those positions of power, there's a dry storage supervisor, like an inmate supervisor who's in control of dry storage. Folks, it is all politics. Even if you don't even like these people, for real, you got to be cool with them. And they got to be cool with you. Because I got access to all the apples, the oranges, the fruits, and the exotic fruits that come through too, the watermelon. You know how many times I would go to work and I would catch somebody in my fucking cooler eating some goddamn watermelon or strawberries or like something. And like a lot of that shit wasn't even for us. That was for the staff. I used to hide a lot of shit in the cooler. Maya, no, this is not where Tyson got me. Tyson got me in Chesapeake City Jail when I worked in the kitchen there. I was working on the line. Putting food on the trays. This was the best prison kitchen job that I ever had. So right next to my cooler was the freezer. And the guy that worked in the freezer, me and him were super tight. Like, yo, you can go in my cooler, get whatever you want, because I'm damn sure going up in your cooler and getting me some goddamn frozen hot dogs or some frozen hamburger patties or something. And then when you got you one of them type of jobs, right, like a cook or a cooler or a baker, you don't eat what prisoners eat. You eat whatever the fuck you want to eat. Because you got access, you got the keys to the kingdom. So not only was I cool with the cooler right next to mine, which was the freezer, I was cool with the guy that worked in dry storage. Because the guy that worked in dry storage, and he was this weird motherfucker. Super state-struck, super weird. 75% of the prison population here probably got them type of charges. I was kind of like leaning toward this guy probably had that type of shit. But I was cool with this guy. Because inside of the dry storage, this guy had his own little chill spot. He had a desk. He had chairs. And when we went to go eat, you don't want to go eat with the other prison kitchen workers. Because when they see you're eating whatever the fuck you want and they're eating beans and rice, they're going to start telling. And you can't have motherfuckers dropping dime. They're going to tell no matter what. But you got to try to hide that shit. So we would always eat in what we like to refer to as the penthouse. The dry storage. And right next to the dry storage was the back door that led to the loading dock. So anytime, the truck came in and we're unloading the truck and we see what's on that truck, yo, they got fucking cupcakes with frosting. We're throwing a whole box of them bitches up in my cooler because my cooler's not going to freeze them motherfuckers. Bury them bitches under some fucking prison apples. And then right next to the back door to the loading docks, yeah, because back here was like the loading area, you had the Jack Shack, the prison kitchen bathroom, one of the nastiest places on earth. And you know what's crazy about the prison kitchen bathroom? Is the fact that motherfucker's got a window, a big ass window, like a half door window. And dudes is still going to be prison dating it the fuck up. You're going to walk by that bathroom and see so much hand jerk motion. You're going to think motherfucker having a seizure up in there. You're going to think a motherfucker moved up in there too because they got pictures all over the wall. But that's just normal shit. I'm getting close to wrapping the Bobo up, folks. I want to share one more thing with you that's kind of, I don't know, maybe not too interesting. Prisons don't ever got to worry about like natural disasters too much. I mean, obviously they're worried about this COVID shit, but let's just say there was an earthquake or, something happened and they lost power. Well, they don't never got to worry about that because they got so many fucking generators at this prison. Look at this right here. Bing. Big ass generator right there. Bing. Big ass generator right there. Bang. Ooh. The damn bleachers around the softball. Motherfuckers be tattooing right there. Don't care. Don't even care. 2 generators. Got another one over here. Right there. 3 of them bitches. That's all it takes to run a prison, just 3 generators? Figured it'd be more than that. That's about all I'm seeing now. All right, folks, let me go ahead and get up off of this. Show that is Indian Creek Prison. Indian Creek. Hold on. I'll do it in 1 minute. I got to find it. Indian Creek looks just like that motherfucker. Just like it. I know it's Sanderson Road. 801 Sanderson Road. Copy. Oh, shit. All right, so there's Haynesville right there. Watch how goddamn similar this bitch looks. I mean, they look the exact same. And we're off. Wow. All the way across the state. Bing! Indian Creek, the same damn shit. There's the hole way over there. They all look the same. There's the hole. There's the dog kennels. There's the chow hall. What's different is the fact that they've actually got flower beds at this prison. But we'll have to talk about those flower beds another day. We'll save that. They don't have a soccer field here. So your soccer field was like right here is where we played soccer at. And on this side, this soccer field over here was fucking horrendous. It was always like playing in water. We played soccer like right back here. That was our soccer field on that side. But soccer was big at this prison too. And what's crazy about this is I just showed you Haynesville. Here's Indian Creek. And what's crazy about Indian Creek is right next door to Indian Creek is another level 2 prison. And it looks nothing like that, actually. Damn. I thought it looked the same, but it doesn't. So this is St. Bride's. Never served time here. I heard a lot about this prison. And if you were at Indian Creek, you wanted to be at St. Bride's instead. St. Bride's had more gang activity, even though Indian Creek had a lot of gang activity too. But damn, I mean, just looking at this place looks fucking bobo. I don't even see the goddamn softball field. So, what I did hear about this place, though, was that they had PlayStation and Xbox in the gym. And one more time. I'll show you one more. I could show you 10 more that look the exact same. But I'll show you the Bentleys of level 2s. And this thing is way up in the holla. All right. So if you had to serve time at a level 2, you wanted to go to this place. I never went here, heard amazing things about it. Heard it was the perfect level 2. And we're going all the way upstate to a place called Coffeewood. Look at that. Them nice blue buildings. Coffeewood, from what I heard, was a very awesome level 2. But I never got a chance to go there. Maybe my next time I will. So anyways, folks, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the Bobo. I hope that we made this a good Bobo, and I hope you guys enjoyed this as well. I want to thank you guys so much for taking the time. I wanted to get off of the house. You know what I mean? We're doing plenty of talking about the house in the videos. So the least I could do is try to get, some kind of prison content on the Bobo. And, my goal is, my life dream is, maybe the Bobo will be really big one day. Maybe one day we'll be like big time Twitch streamers. Maybe. But regardless, we're doing great with this, and I love to be able to do this. M. Williams, I am fucking exhausted. I got so much insulation in my eyes. I feel like I just want to go wash my eyes out. But yeah, thank you guys so much for rocking with this thing. I got to figure out how tomorrow's going to all play out. It's definitely going to be an interesting day, to say the least. A lot of shit to get done. And we are, every day getting closer to getting completed with this house. And this is the week. So, thank you for taking the time to rock with us on this. Hope you guys have an awesome evening. I got to go eat something. I ain't ate nothing. Not a single thing today except for a handful of Doritos. And I'll look forward to talking with you guys again tomorrow. I got another vlog coming tomorrow. We tried the new camera out. So maybe we're going to see a different quality of video. We'll have to see. Have a great night. Thank you so much for the advice. Definitely going to take a lot of that into consideration because that's already the way that I'm feeling. And I will look forward to talking with you guys again tomorrow. And until then,